can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
A.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Block now on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the carry.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Jewell on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Edmonds.
50-yard line.
And he's got some space here. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Broncos nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Lock working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
2nd down and 20.
2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Lock. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2.
They'll run with Lindsay. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers.
This is the tight end fan. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. To throw it is Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On the ground, it's Edmonds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Steelers.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Steelers 14, Broncos nothing.
They run with Edmonds. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. Roethlisberger. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed, because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener.
You're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. So that one will be accepted. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, you can see what the hope is on 3rd down there is that he can make the catch, turn upfield in one motion, and pick up the 1st down. But how about that coverage? Absolutely terrific. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. First carry for James Conner. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
from the 17, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So after 3 drives it ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did. And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Noah Fant.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
It's a gain of 20.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the 1st round.
Into heavy traffic, and it's entered. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Ebron with it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They'll take over first.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover, and maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Courtland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Lock. He's going to launch this thing. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This is Gibson.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end, because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Lindsey.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Lock. He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Lock on target there to Fant, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
5
yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
From
the gun, Lock. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Makes the score.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run by Lindsey. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try to get more people to the point of attack.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
180. Snickers. Got spin. Let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Edmonds. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Steelers 26, Broncos 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return is Spencer. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
No, you are.
Thanks.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sylvester Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Ebron caught left side. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. So 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Steelers 34, Broncos 20.
Chris Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 44, Lock looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Here we go.
On first down, Lock finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Lock 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Lock working out of the gun. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Lock throwing on target to Fant. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Lock. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run here with Lindsey. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
What's up?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
40, Broncos 20.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Lock. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And now it's 2nd down.
By Steven Nelson.
Throwing again. Lock. Now Lock. He lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger looking middle, and that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.